Hey, welcome back to MVP Hot Wheels. This is Diesel Mac, and I've got some little display cases in. I wanted to try to, do a little testing of it, see how they were going to do. So it's kind of a review of it. This comes with 32 of them from this company here, Saichotoy, maybe, Saichotoy. I don't know. And I figured I'd go ahead and give it a try. There is one with a darker tinted plastic that you could get, kind of a smoked look for it. I opted for the clear view because, I mean, the whole point is to kind of, show the cars off. And I chose this. The appeal of this was that you could get 32 of these, obviously, in this pack, but you could use however many you were going to for whatever set, and there's never just a perfect combination sometimes for different sets. So I thought, this would be a great way to kind of customize that. So if I only used, 15 of them for a particular set, then I could use 15 more on another set or whatever, or 17 in this case, or whatever, break it down any which way. But the idea was that, if a set has an odd number of cars, which is usually, can be the case pretty easily, then I could, set this up in that fashion. There's supposed to be two different ways to kind of set these up, but we'll look at one individually. So obviously that just pulled off from sliding off, and then you can see the little setup here, how it kind of clips into there from the top and the bottom. These are supposed to be fully enclosed, so here you have an opening door. Kind of odd that it's on the bottom, but I mean, either way it's got to go somewhere, I guess. So open from the top or the bottom, or I mean, I guess you could put them this direction as well, right? And then that way it would open from the bottom. I don't see that would be any issue. Looks like it's pretty much the same inside there, so probably either way you want to do it. I think might go with this route here, where it's sitting this way, or maybe I just pulled it out of the case and had it upside down. Maybe I just have it upside down, who knows. But looks like you can set it anyway. So we'll open that from the top. I got a cool little Hot Wheels car here, so you can see that sits in there and displays it fairly nicely. There's two little grooves that this particular Hot Wheels fits in, this little lip here for the wheels, so it can't go too far. So it kind of will sit that way. There's no holes for it, so that you could put this on the wall, so you'd have to kind of put a shelf on the wall and then put these on that shelf. And then there's supposed to be two different ways of kind of stacking these. So let's see here. Supposed to be able to do it like this as well. I'm trying to remember, there's only one way these come off. Goodness, I feel like I'm gonna break it. There we go. So you should be able to put it on like this as well, so you can kind of make a couple different views of it, or the way that you want to set it up. And then of course you got this one could go up here, so depending on number of cars, you may want to have different couple setups for it or whatever. But that's the reason I got this. So I'm not sure. I think I was going to put the holiday cars in this. I got a bunch of them sitting on the table in the front room that I've been wanting to, one, get on the website, and two, display them with their set without having extra spaces, because that's just kind of the OCD person that I am. And when you get a case like the one in the background where it holds, I think that's 100 cars. Let's see, 3, 6, 9, 10, 3, 6, 9, yeah, 100 cars, and you don't have an actual, say there's 101, then you're really upset. All right, because the way you're supposed to do that one car. And then if there's only 90, you got 10 extra spaces that you could be putting cars in. So it's just one of those things for me. But I will probably be, like I said, using these for the holiday cars in the beginning. And then hopefully they're big enough. They seem fairly sizable. So here's a Leo tank truck that I just happen to have sitting here. And I mean, that fits in there fairly nicely. I do have a fairly long car here. So let's see how that handles it. Ooh, that's pretty good. I mean, that's pretty decently long car for Hot Wheels. You got a proper chopper here with the back out, so it's not long enough to have that all the way out. So we can, I mean, that slides in anyway, but kind of give you an idea. It's pretty close though. You're only missing, you know, I don't know, what's that, 1/8 of an inch, maybe almost a quarter. So bring that in just a little bit, and then looks like it'll fit in there. So you got some pretty decent room in there. I've got a highway hauler up here too, just for the heights part of it. So here is highway hauler, seems to fit in there. So seems to be a good size for many of the different cars. I'm sure there's something I could find that might not fit in here. Here's a dragster. Let's give that a shot. This usually you have to fit in sideways, right, or put it at an angle, and that actually fits in there. So I'm already liking it. I think one of the cars that from the other one that I had, I was trying to do those little 3x3 cases, and there was cars from the Christmas or holiday stuff that didn't fit in there, and that, you know, persuaded me to obviously not go that route, and this is kind of where I went. So plus you got some extra room for some of the stuff that you get with some of that holiday stuff, or like the action pack stuff you could put in there and potentially display it as well. So I guess it's all right. Came pretty well packed. Each one of these is individually wrapped as well, so they got plastic around there. And no, I didn't get this for free. I had to pay for it. So I'm not sponsored by nobody. I'm not that far advanced in my YouTubing skills. But I think this is a pretty good deal. These were about $1 a piece shipped. So I think it was like $31. So maybe just less than $1 a piece, which is pretty good when you're looking at displays. Usually it costs about $1 a car or more. So I think it's a pretty good price for that. And they seem pretty sturdy. I mean, these aren't thin plastic pieces here. Not as thin as you would, you know, some of the other stuff I've gotten. So I mean, I'm sure you gotta be careful with the hinges here. So obviously no extra, you know, pressure on them. I'm sure those would be a breaking point, but seems to be fairly well made. So I'm actually a little bit shocked. I thought it would be thinner and, you know, brittle plastic, that kind of like some of the other stuff that I've gotten where you're always concerned about it, you know, breaking and whatnot, but or they break in the, you know, shipping part of it. But it seems to be pretty good. So I'll let you guys know. I'm gonna put a couple of cars in these, and maybe I'll do an updated video, show you what I've done with it. But you can get these on Amazon. All I did was put, I think, clear display cases, Hot Wheels, as a, you know, search sequence or whatever. And this is one of the things that came up. So, but if you guys have them, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Again, not trying to promote it, just something I got and figured you guys might want to see and check into. And I think it, you know, kind of cool and a different kind of setup you got that you can do. And again, it's customizable to, you know, only using the amount of cars. And if you add one, right, you just grab another one and, you know, add it to there, however you want to configure it. Seems to be pretty good. So, but let me know if you guys like this kind of stuff. I've got some other cases that I've gotten. I use Plano cases, but not that I put those on the wall. Is my main thing. In fact, I get them from Lowe's, or no, not Lowe's, Home Depot, and they only gave me 21 of the 50. So I had to put a ticket in to get the other one. That's why I haven't done the 550 cars, because I only got 21 of the cases, and that's not going to hold all these cars. So I don't want to go through and just have, you know, a couple hundred cars sitting on the table. So I'm waiting to figure out what they're going to do with that. And I thought it was odd because I got 3 boxes in, and the first box I opened only had 3 of the Plano cases in, and it was like, you know, not even half full. on the box. I was like, well, this is probably the end of it. But then I was sitting here, I had a bunch of these stacked up, kind of like this over here, right? And I was like, man, that's only, I think that's 13 or 12 or something like that. And if that takes up that much space at 12, there's no way there's 50 sitting out there, because I had another box that was the same size as the first one, which is kind of smaller, and then a bigger box, which you would think would hold, you know, quite a bit. Well, I opened up the second box, and there was only 2 in there. I was like, all right, now what the heck is going on? And so I opened the bigger box, and there was 16 in the bigger box. It was pretty much full, but clearly nowhere near the 50 that I have ordered. So I got to figure out, you know, why I only got so many of those. But that's what the delay is on the mail call with the 550 cars has been delayed. So I'm waiting for them to figure out what they're doing and send me the other 29 that I ordered, and then we can get that kind of going. But I got this on in between there, so I figured I'd go ahead and share it with you guys. So hit that like button if you're enjoying the kind of stuff you're seeing. Let me know if you got ideas you want to see in the future. And unfortunately, I know there's one thing I was going to do was buy cases, but with me being out of work for a period of time, I don't want to overextend myself. And so the 2025 cases will have to kind of wait, unfortunately. And then we'll get back on track with that as soon as I am employed again. I do have a phone interview on Monday, and I'm waiting for a offer letter from another company, so hopefully not too far down the road, and we can get back on track, and I can get the you know, A, B, and C cases, and maybe do a couple of them in one particular you know, time frame, a short time frame. But that's another idea I know was out there. I really wanted to do, but again, at, you know, $100 a case almost, it's it gets a little expensive. And yeah, so, but got awesome stuff. We got some cool stuff coming, and we'll keep doing videos, and I'll show you what I do with these once I get cards in them. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.